Hello everyone, and let's talk about the live stream that is coming from the developers, coming this Thursday, December 8th at 430, because Tate Watson can't do time, really. It's beyond Tate, really. He's the one who typed that up. Yeah, learn to do time, Tate. You got one job, Tate, really. Either that or it's at 0430. Oh no, 4 in the morning or 0230 Pacific time. Don't know. It'll probably be about 10 p.m. UK time, I imagine. But yeah. Or put a colon in. God damn it. Such a grammar Nazi. I'm not a grammar Nazi, I'm just a time Nazi. Just picking that out. It's kind of irrelevant. You got one job, Tate. One job. One job. Sums up most of 5.0. Really, it's wrong in every sense. Right, so what are they going to discuss in this stream? So it says on the post, on the gold post, okay, that they're doing a producer live stream with Ben Irving and Charles Boyd. They're going to discuss a number of community hot topics, such as everyone unsubscribing, I think. There's a massive thread on Reddit that I just read through. I didn't get to the bottom of it, but I was scrolling for a good 15-20 minutes, okay? There was hundreds of replies to it about the unsubscribe thread. I didn't add to it because I don't really do anything on Reddit. But that was huge to see a lot of people, a lot of big names in the SWTOR community as well, voicing their concerns as well. And I agree with a lot of what they're saying. I agree that the Command XP system is the worst system that's ever been added to the game. Okay, it is the absolute worst of systems. Okay, they're gonna discuss things: Galactic Command, Kotet story, a few things coming soon to the Old Republic. They really need to address Galactic Command. Okay, Galactic Command is a total and utter disaster. It is not rewarding for raiders. It is not rewarding for PvPers. It is not rewarding for casual players. Okay. Doesn't matter which group you fall into. Story players, is it rewarding for them? No, because, you know, you're mostly already finished the story. And all you're going to, by the time you hit 70, you should be finished the story. You should be well long finished the story by the time you hit 70. And all you're going to do is replay it. And the rewards for replaying the story is what? Minuscule. You're going to be replaying those same... What is it? 16 Knights of the Fallen Empire chapters and the 9 Kotet chapters so many times. And I've already done Knights of the Fallen Empire chapters twice. I ain't doing them again. Or so, yeah, Knights of the Fallen Empire 4.0 chapters twice. I ain't doing them again. Don't care about veteran difficulty. I ain't doing those chapters again. Still haven't finished the Kotet story though. I've been not playing the game, to be honest with you. We did do a live stream. Well, it'll be yesterday by the time I upload this. Did do Scum and Villainy to check out the ops, and it was all right. You know, checked it out. The Command XP system though is horrible. Okay, if you're not into crafting, again, my advice for gearing is always, if you want to control what you get, buy stuff on the GTN, okay, or craft it. That's it. You're going to be crafting, so you're still going to be running ops if you're a crafter. I realized that where my armor whatever the hell it's called, the armor crafting one, whatever the hell that is nowhere near 600. It's only like 460 odds, so that's going to be a bit of grinding for me, getting that up. I got a couple of things. I think I got a, what did I get again? I got a main hand. I think we got a rifle. That's what we got. Although the rifle is arms tech, I don't know, but we got something that was arms and something that wasn't. I can't remember. No, it's late at night. I'm doing this late at night, so cut me some slack. But my point is that either way, it's going to be a grind. Either that, or if you've got plenty of credits, you can always buy gear on the GTN. Again, it's the only reliable way to get gear is to just buy it. For, you know, buy it or craft it. Even crafting it, then you're still relying on getting the correct schematic. So you could argue that it has acted as a credit sink, this new system, because it's taking credits out of the economy, certainly. It certainly is one way to do it, but I think screwing over PvPers, PvEers, and casual players is a very poor implementation of that. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at it from my point. I'll take a look from my point of view. I'll tell you as a raider, or as a former raider, really. Former HM raider, not raiding at all in this expansion. So let's say we've got a guild run, and people said, oh, you just want easy gear. You just want all the gear easily. That's not what I'm saying. I want to do difficult content to get the gear. I want appropriate. Was the gearing system wrong in 4.0? Yes. Okay. 224 gear was far too easy to obtain. Okay. As someone who farmed EV several times to get it, and on several alts, it was too easy. It was too easy. Okay. Nightmare gear should be for nightmare operations. Okay. They screwed that up in 4.0. They really did. 224 should have been for nightmare ops. I'd have been okay with that. I'd have been fine with that. Okay, nightmare ops, nightmare gear. If you want the nightmare gear, do the nightmare ops. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that being there. Now, yes, we did do it because it was convenient. It was convenient. It was easy. Of course you're going to do it. Players are always going to take the path of least resistance. We are going to game the system as best we can. And I'll tell you what we do. As raiders, what we want to do is get gearing out the way quickly. Okay, we want to get it out the way quickly and then move on to progression. So the plan was 4.0, we'd have the gearing phase, which didn't last very long, and then we'd have the progression phase. Honestly, I think I spent more time in Ravagers than EV, to be honest. We spent months doing Master and Blaster. Okay, we spent months on that. Spent a few months on Revan as well. So we spent more time doing that than we did gearing. However, what happened throughout 4.0 is players left. Players left the game. Okay? For various reasons. Game was boring. They didn't like it anymore. Tired of the ops rehash. People left our guild. Okay? We started off with 2 teams. We had 20 players. Okay? We had 2 8-man teams. And then eventually our raiding team was down to 4 players. So that's when it stopped. It went down from 20 to 4 within about a 4-month period. Okay, so a very short period of time. In that period of time, we did recruit new people. We certainly got a few new people in. So what we would do is when you recruited a new player, one person we recruited who just started a level 60, for example, this is one of our tanks, started a level 60 on the Red Eclipse, came from Tomb of Freedom NAD to the Red Eclipse, started a level 60 character, got to level 65, doing whatever they wanted to do, whatever, and then they needed gear. So of course, what do? What's the best way to get gear? You take them through EV and KP, HM, get them a full set of 220, should we say, and then you take them to progression. Okay, that was it's quite a simple system in 4.0. Now if that happens, let's say we're in that situation, 5.0. Now people say, oh, it's not fair, you're just giving that guy all the gear. Yeah, but the choice that we faced was we give that guy all the 220 gear, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Or we don't have a tank for progression. Simple. I want to do progression. I want to get on and play the game. I want to progress. I wanted to kill Master Blaster. I wanted to kill Revan. Okay? That's what I want to do. I want to get this gearing and get it out of the way, and I just want to enjoy the game. Right? I don't want to be grinding for gear constantly and thinking I've just wasted the last hour of my time because I've opened this box and I got nothing useful in it. Okay, that's what I've done. All I've done is grind for an hour and waste my time. Now the other side of this is that people say you want all the gear or you just want all the gear really quickly. See, when you're in a raiding guild, okay, and let's say you're in a raiding guild again, 4.0, you kill 5 bosses, or even 3.0, whatever, or whatever expansion you want for this game. You kill 5 bosses, right? Now, that's 5 pieces of gear that drop, okay? Now, you're not going to get all 5 pieces of gear, okay? Most guilds have a loot system. We had, our loot system was 1 piece per person per run, okay? So that means that 5 people are getting a gear upgrade if we kill 5 bosses, okay? It's a pretty fixed ratio of reward. Kill 5 bosses, 5 people on your team get a reward. And that's a benefit to the team. Even if I get nothing personally, your raid team is benefiting, and that helps us when it comes to the harder content, okay? That helps the team out, okay? Now, in 5.0, you could kill 5 bosses, and nobody could get anything. Nobody could get any upgrades. There's no set bonus gear going out. You know, you could take a new player in, You could take them into easy content, obviously, to see how they do, obviously use it as an evaluation, but they might not get anything. And they're going to be way behind on the command crate system because they're graded, okay? What is it, 1 to 30 is like grade 1, and then you move up a grade, and then you move up eventually till 300. The grading system really, really hurts new players. My scenario is, what if a player joins the game in 3 months' time? Okay, what if a player joins, they want to get into progression. They are command rank 0 when they first ding 60. And everybody else has an average command rating of, say, 250. Let's just pluck a number out of the air between 1 and 300. We'll say like 250 or something is the average player. Probably the average raider will be about 300 by then. How does that player then gear up? You know, they have to go through and grind do they grind content for months? I mean, there's no catch-up system. I mean, at least World of Warcraft has a catch-up system in place, you know. They are going to buff things like artifact power. It's very, very similar to the artifact power situation in WoW and the legendary situation in World of Warcraft. Nobody is happy in Legion with the legendary system. Quite a few people are unhappy with the artifact system, although Blizzard have said that they will introduce catch-up mechanics, and one of the ways they do this is via artifact knowledge. Now what artifact knowledge does is it buffs the rate at which you gain artifact power by. So let's say you have artifact knowledge level 0, you gain artifact power at 100%. Okay, that's just whatever the artifact power is, that's the 100%. Artifact knowledge level 2 will be 200%. It doubles it. Okay. I'm at artifact knowledge 19 and it's at 7,000% gain on my priest. Now, obviously, as you gain artifact knowledge level, as you gain artifact levels, the amount that it takes goes up by a significant amount. It's now 300,000 artifact power to my next artifact trait. I think I've got 26 traits currently in Shadow. However, this is a benefit to my off-spec as well, because my off-spec, if it's only 6,000 to the next thing, I can get a artifact power consumable that's worth, say, 20,000. You know, it gives me 20,000 points at a time. Whereas the command XP system goes up at the same rate, you still get 20 command XP. Now, they have introduced command XP boosts to the cartel market, which is pretty horrible, to be honest with you. That's pretty low. Takes us pretty close to pay-to-win territory. It's not quite hitting pay-to-win territory, but it's getting close, okay? But the command XP system is a horribly flawed system. What I would like to see is have legacy-wide unlocks. Say when you hit level 30, maybe you get a 50% boost to it on all your ults and on your main character, okay? Hit level 30, yeah, the grind will go up. The gap between levels will go up. However, the amount that you get will go up by 50%. At level 100, command XP level 100, it goes up to 100% for all your ults. Okay, that's legacy-wide. It's a legacy-wide unlock. Just add it to the legacy system. If you get to 300, it'll be, say, I don't know, 500% or something like that. If you make it to 500... on your main, it'll be easy to gear your ults. At least it makes it alt friendly because these systems are independent. Okay, they're very, very independent. But again, they spent years kind of telling us, and they just had the Dark versus Light event, which didn't go well, let's say. Did not go down well. I saw EA's financial results for Q3. SWTOR's revenue was down $1 million for that period. Okay, that was the Dark versus Light. There was no new chapters released in that period. Maybe at the end of August there was, oh yeah, August there was a kind of chapter. But revenue for that quarter was down $1 million. Now the game did not lose $1 million, its revenue went down. And they said that was subscribers. So the game definitely was hurting for subscribers. And then they go and introduce this system in 5.0. Doesn't redeem the game, okay? Digital revenue, you can read the document. I'll see if I can find a link to it. And I'll give a link to it. It's buried deep within a document, okay? It's digital sales revenue it comes under. The digital sales revenue is up quite a significant amount. Star Wars Battlefront did quite well for digital sales. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes doing quite well. They didn't really mention much about SWTOR, but there was a set, it said revenue was down $1 million. due to SWOTOR. Okay, they offset $1 million revenue downturn due to Star Wars The Old Republic subscriptions, is what they said. So subscribers were down. You can work that out over a 3-month period. How many subscribers? I mean, an average subscriber is what, $45 for 3 months, if you don't include discounts, for subscribing multiple months. So you can do a rough estimate of how many subscribers they lost in that period. So Dark versus Light didn't do well. So like financially, from a financial point of view, it didn't do well. So we'll see in the live stream what they say about Dark versus Light as well. And of course, taking the game, really, it's not really a free-to-play game anymore, with the end game becoming a subscription-only feature. So it's not really a free-to-play anymore. I would like to see, at least have seen the preferred players have access to the command system, okay? But not have access to the legacy buffs as well. I mean, the legacy buffs does give you a reason to grind it out on one character at least. Right now, there's no reason to grind it out on one character. Anyway, we've went on a long time about this command XP system and how bad it is. You know, it is a terrible system. It needs to be, I mean, it even just puts set bonus armorings back on the raid bosses. So you might not get the full gear, but at least you get the set bonus gear. Had put, what, 230 on SM, 240 on HM, 242 on, what is it, 230, 240, 242? Yeah, that'd be it. 230 on SM, 240 on HM, 242 in Nightmare. Okay, that'd be the way to do it, I think. Put just the armorings, okay? So it doesn't hurt the crafting economy for the mods and enhancements, and you can still have the Command XP system to get the mods and enhancements. But a significant buff to Command XP is necessary, I think. Doing it based on progression at least gives you a reason to progress as well. At least gives you a reason. Just putting it in the cash shop, it is a pay-to-win system. Does reek of pay-to-win. I've defended this game against people who've called it pay-to-win, and I said, no, it isn't pay-to-win. Pay-to-progress isn't the same as pay-to-win, but essentially, when the progression is linked to the gearing, or the direct sort of progression system is linked to the gearing, the CXP progression is directly linked to gearing, then it becomes pay-to-win, okay? It becomes like a Korean grinder. That's one of the terms I've seen, is that this is just a Korean grinder MMO, which is strange given that it's not available in the Asian marketplaces. Okay, they shut down their Asian servers, which is weird that they turned it into an Asian MMO. It's a weird decision, isn't it? Considering Asia is the biggest market for MMOs. Maybe they're gonna relaunch the game in Asia. Maybe that's what they're gonna announce. Maybe that's what they're gonna do. Wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. But anyway, my sub runs out December 28th. No plans to renew it currently. Plans for the channel, we will reveal later on. Okay, we're going to rebrand the channel and refocus it. People say, don't play the game if you don't like it. Well, yeah, fine. But my sub runs out till December 28th, and I want to see what they're going to do with it. You know, don't just stop playing it. But, you know, I paid for it until December 28th. So I'm going to play it, going to give you my opinion on it, whether you like it or not. Okay, I don't care if you don't like my opinion. You don't like my opinion? Don't watch, okay? Don't watch. That's my response to people. If you don't like the video, go away. Okay, that's simple. I'm not forcing you to watch it. I wish I could force you to watch it, and I would if I could, but I'm not forcing you. So anyway, that is all of this video. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you again soon, and goodbye.